So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube, Dad here from Invoked Games. We're here with Rob, and Rob is bringing us his updated Invoked Mech Knights.
Yep.
I suppose that's exactly how it is. Obviously it's got the YUGIOH engine in it as well. New Banlist ready and everything like that, so hopefully Invoked will stop being that kind of thunder dragon of nearly getting a top and actually get a proper top, but we'll see how we go from there. So anyway, Rob, show us what you've got.
Yeah, so just quick shout out to Leon from Disciples for obviously getting top 8 at Nats. Massive congrats to him. He was a lot of influence for this, especially after speaking to him after he topped. My build was significantly different to say the least, and then working with Carl as well, just put this together. So yeah, let's crack on and get into it. It's changed a lot, just talking to Dale. So my last profile for this channel was a year ago when Cybernetic Horizon came out, so it's been a while. So starting off with 2 purple Nightfall, obviously the standard is 3. But as we go through, I'll explain the ratios with other cards, so we'll go through with that. 3 Blue Sky, because we are playing Destrudo, so that's the reason for 2 purple, because you can't target it with Destrudo. Blue Sky, it gives you, as much as it has to be exactly the number of cards that are in the opponent's columns, it's not ideal because we don't play that many names, because we're literally playing 3 blue, 2 purple and 1 indigo. So annoyingly, if you don't have targets, then it's sort of dead to a degree, but then if you open it in your starting hand, then at the same time it's pretty good. So that's it for the Mech Knights. Standard 3 Alistair, obviously maximising out, seeing as we have now lost terraforming to 1, which is the world's biggest shame ever. Coming off of that, 3 Destrudo. It may seem like overkill, but again, where we haven't got field spells to search things like Dragon Ravine, and then playing other things like Dragon Shrine is just not, it's not ideal, because like the deck count's already at 41, so I didn't really want to push it too far over. Obviously, you'll only really pull it off probably once in a game, because if you do, it gets you into Yazi and then gets you into Boral Sword, because that's just how it goes. So for the YUGIOH engine, so 1 Beast, 1 Dragon and 1 Trick Clown. Obviously, Beast gets you that draw when you send it either through YUGIOH Fusion or off of Construct. Dragon gets you the pop of a Spell and Trap. And Trick Clown is Trick Clown. It's just another body on board as soon as you send it to the grave. So it just helps you link climb. The 1 Meh for Yazi, the fact that it's searchable and it just gets you 3 tokens, again, helps you link climb. I'll explain how when we go through the extra deck. Only 3 hand traps, which is 3 Ash. Obviously it's the most generic at the moment until the meta becomes more defined with the ban list. It's a bit difficult to put things in like Vela, because that was mainly for like the Orcus matchup with Bardiche, but Bardiche is gone, so it's a case of what does that look like now. So that's it for monsters. Spells, 3 Meltdown, again having to maximise on field spells is pretty standard. Obviously it comes up, wouldn't say it comes up often, but it comes up more often than not. People forget about the fact that they can't respond to your fusions when you activate things like Invocation and YUGIOH Fusion, so it does tend to catch people off guard. They'll just forget about it and try to chain to it, and you're like, nope, sorry. 1 Ravine. If you open multiple Mech Knights, obviously you can discard 1 or get rid of whatever you need, or if you opened Destrudo, ditch Destrudo to send Destrudo, so you've then got it twice if you ever need to. You probably won't, but it's there as a just in case. 3 Invocation. Obviously where we've lost terraforming, you're having to maximise out on cards as much as possible. It's nice to hard draw it as well. It's not ideal, but sometimes if you open 2, it helps you extend better. Plus, we're also playing triple pot of desires. It may seem like overkill, but there is very little actual draw power in the deck, and with the ratios we're playing a lot of 3-ofs, so it's not too horrendous. Again, it does need a bit more testing, so we'll just see how that goes. I may cut it back down to 2, but we shall see. 3 Shadowell Fusion. Again, it's Shadowell Fusion, so you can't really say anything. Obviously, again, Meltdown, they can't chain to it. It just is. Obviously, if you're made to go first, it comes out straight away because it's pretty much dead, because your opponent has to have a monster from the extra deck for you to be able to send from deck. So it's alright going second, but it's not ideal going first. But sending Trick Clown and then sending either Dragon or Beast, and then off a construct sending Dragon or Beast, it's just too good of opportunity to pass up. So we don't get hand trapped. Triple called by the grave. Terraforming is now a valid Ash target, because if you're playing it, you're sort of not necessarily saying you've bricked, but you're playing it because you need to play it. But yeah, we don't want to get hand trapped, and when they try to Ash your Alistair, it's just super annoying, so we play that. Going second, so back row hate, so triple Twin Twisters. There's enough to discard in the deck in terms of fodder, so if you literally draw, standby, drop this, your opponent's either going to activate what they've got or it's gone, so you can't really complain. Double Instant Fusion, only 2 because we're not playing too many targets. Was playing Mud Dragon at one point and was playing Super Poly, but until the meta gets defined, it's sort of pointless to a degree playing Super Poly, because you don't know what targets to play. Like before, I was playing Salamangreat Violet Chimera, I was playing Mud Dragon, but again, until it defines itself, we can't really play too much as a just in case. And then for the 41st card, the single lone Terraforming, which is really sad and breaks my heart, because at Euros this year, I managed to pick up a playset of OE Terraformings, and it goes to 1. So that was very sad. So that takes the deck count to 41. Was trying to get to as close to 40 as possible, but it was just too difficult. I mean, Terraforming is still too good not to play. There's a reason why it's at 1. But yeah, so with a bit more testing, we'll see if it changes up. Hopefully bring you guys some more updates. Seeing how that goes. Onto the extra deck. So we are playing the 1 Yazi for Meme. It's good because obviously you can pop itself and any card your opponent controls, so it doesn't have to be a monster. So if you've got a pesky back row or field spell or monster, it doesn't really matter. You just get rid of it. For the invokes, so we are playing double Mechaba, 1 Purgatrio, 1 Raijin, and 1 Kaliga. Obviously, double Mechaba, because it's Mechaba, it gets you your negates, and all the Mech Knights are light. Purgatrio, I was playing it at 2, and Cole made the suggestion as well, but came to the conclusion that you should only be summoning it if you're going for game. You shouldn't really bother other than that. Raijin, it's an instant fusion target. Obviously can flip something face down. It's less relevant obviously against links because they can't be flipped down, but it's still good because worst case scenario you flip itself face down and then you've got it next turn if your opponent doesn't get rid of it. Kaliga is one of those things, if you're going first, you make it and you just sit on it. Especially with Invocation, you add Alistair back to hand, so then you summon it in defence, and then it's just 28 if you need it to be. It's just it can be annoying if you have to summon it yourself, but 9 times out of 10 you're just going to link it away anyway. Onto the non-invoked. So Construct, only one's really necessary, because you've only got enough targets to really summon one, but at the same time it's too good not to play. The fact that you can just destroy that monster at the start of the battle step, and you can add your YUGIOH fusion back to your hand. It then becomes discard fodder for Mechaba or Twin Twisters, or you can set it in a column for your Mech Knights. It then just gives you more options. Last instant fusion target is Thousand Eyes. Stealing your opponent's monster is just too funny to not do. Onto the links. So Boral Sword, because it's Boral Sword. Obviously link climbing through Mare. So obviously it gives you Link Karibo, and then through Link Karibo, and then you get into Security Dragon. When you co-link them, obviously Security Dragon just returns an opponent's monster to hand. It's quite good. So you obviously 1 token into Link Karibo, the other 2 into Security Dragon, and then you've still got Mare. So then you can link all 4 into Boral Sword, or sort of any utility you need. So going on to utility, standard nightmares, 1 unicorn, 1 phoenix. Don't really see a lot of point in playing Cerberus because it has to be a special summon monster. So I mean, you can if you want, but I don't really see a point, especially when. So you've got your dark target for Kaliga, worst case scenario, and 5 for Purgatrio. Not playing Magellanica anymore. I was at one point, and also playing Book of the Law from the Search from the Alistair link. But again, 41 cards is enough. Alistair link, obviously, if you worst case scenario and you have to make this and you've not been able to get to normal Alistair, but you've managed to draw the invocation, then this becomes Alistair in the field or grave. So then it's just gives you another search. Obviously, if you've managed to get to this and you've got instant fusion, you can then also get to your invocation and then continue your plays from there. Just gives you more options. And then 1 brand new card, Salamangreat, Almirage. Again, 5 target for Purgatrio. The only thing we can make it with is Alistair. So literally turn Alistair into this. Gets Alistair off the board. Gives you link arrows. If you've not opened up great, you can then just go straight down and then see what your plays look like from there. Obviously,
the fact that it doesn't point down is really important as well, because you can, obviously, like I said, you go Alistair, go in first, go Alistair, go into that. Then if you've got a card to set, you can set a card and special out a Mech Knight underneath it.
Yeah.
And then you can extend your board, so your board could technically end with an Alistair in grave already. You could then turn the Almirage and the Mech Knight into the Alistair the Invoked, and then use your invocation to make Mechba. And then if you did have Book of the Law, if you did play Book of the Law, you could then bring the Book of the Law out as a set option as well.
That's the thing, there's still a lot of options in the deck. There's a lot of variety that can be done to it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So,
obviously, as you can see, the Invoked, there's still a bit of work to be done with it. And that's purely just because without the meta defined right now, like we haven't had a chance to see it in all its glory, or like how it's going to shape itself out coming forward. It still needs a little bit of work, but it's definitely got a structure there to build off of the back of. And I still think that the fact that it can abuse the YUGIOH engine as well is going to be quite good to see in the future of how it can progress and how it can kind of evolve with the meta, and hopefully put up a decent fight and a decent challenge coming forward as well. But that's it for Rob's profile. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. If you do have any questions, put them down in the comments below. We'll be more than happy to answer them for you. But as always, guys, happy dueling.
Also, YUGIOH, that here was War Games. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.